Alright, so this is not a video I intended on making at all, but as you can probably tell by the title and thumbnail, hopefully, I decided to play some Hearthstone at a whim. I don't play it much, and I didn't even have it downloaded on this computer until the day that this happened. And this is literally the first game of Hearthstone I played in maybe a year, honestly. Maybe more. But it's been quite some time, and even when I did used to play it a little more frequently, I was never that great. I don't have a lot of cards, and there's been so many updates with so many cards added, yada yada. If you don't know what Hearthstone is, then this probably isn't going to make sense anyway, but I don't really know how to make a video out of this, so I decided I'm going to just kind of talk over and I guess explain what's going on for the people who don't know what Hearthstone is, because I feel like the people who are subscribed to my channel or might come across this probably don't know about it. Yeah, I don't know. It's the first game I've played, and I think it might have been the only game I even played that night. I just opened the game, I downloaded Hearthstone, opened it, played this one insane match, and then just closed it. And it was the first game I played in, years or whatever, in about a year. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk over it. I probably have to mute it because I was listening to Spotify while I was playing this match, because I wasn't taking it seriously at all. I was just chilling. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so Shaman is the deck that I play. It's just I just like the totem aspect of it. But when I opened the game, it gave me this deck pre-made. I forget exactly what it's called. It's called like Totem Rush or something like that. So I don't even know what cards are in this. I just saw that they gave me a new deck for whatever reason, and I decided to use it. And this is in the quote-unquote competitive rank mode or whatever, where it just like matches you up with people at the same rank as you. So I'm the lowest rank possible, I'm pretty sure. So this isn't like a high level match or anything like that. And I was also in a Discord call with my friends, so you could see in the top left there recorded like us talking, but again I have to mute it because I was listening to Spotify, so don't want to get copy blasted. So nothing too special going on here. We're both Shaman, so we both just used our passives, which is the little thing next to our hero, which for the Shaman it just summons a random totem, which is one of I think 4 totems he has. So the totem that the other guy played is a healing totem, and the one behind this card here that I played just gives any spells I play a little bit of extra damage. And the 2 cards that he played here are what's known as taunts. And what that attribute does is it makes it so I have to destroy these 2 taunts, or however many taunts he has, before I can do anything else. I can't attack this other minion, I can't attack him directly. I have to kill these taunts before I can attack anything else. And if you're wondering, on the left side of each card is the attack, and on the right side is the health. And on the heroes themselves, the little numbers and the little drop is their health. So the reason that this game is so crazy, which I mean you'll see it play out here, but at the start of the game I get absolutely just blasted nasty, and it's pretty much like in the final couple turns where I really turn things around. So here I'm just kind of playing any minions I have. Most of my hand is spells, and I need to get minions out just to give him something to attack, so that he doesn't just completely obliterate my hero, because the goal of the game is to kill the other hero. So if my health there is at 27, his is at 30, so the goal is to get the other person to 0 and kill him. Okay, so he killed my guy there, which if you see, or I'll rewind here. So this little skull and crossbones, that means he has a death rattle, so when he dies something happens. And for this card specifically, when he dies it summons one of each of Thrall's totems, and one of them has taunt, like I was talking about before. So now he has to attack that taunt and kill it before he can attack anything else. Again, my hand is mostly spells, so I don't really know what my goal was here. So my goal here is just to get cards on the board, just to either protect myself and also give me some sort of attacking ability here. So I used that spell to give all my totems some more health, so that I can attack that taunt without that totem just dying. And both of his cards only have 3 attacks, so he can't one-shot any of what I had on the board at that moment besides the 1/1 card, but I have the 0/4 taunt up, so he has to kill that first either way. Now Lightning Storm, I'll pause here. So he played Lightning Storm, which is like the perfect card to get against my thing, because as you can see here, it deals 3 to 4 damage, which it has a little bit of a boost because of this totem right here. So yeah, deal 3 to 4 damage to all enemy minions is pretty straightforward, so he could pretty much wipe everything I played with this one 3-cost card. I am realizing now that I'm kind of glossing over some things like card costs, but we each have these little gems in the corner, and that's what you use to play the cards. That's like how much that you have per turn, and you get 1 more per turn. And each player always has the same number of gems. Right now I have 6 out of 6, so for his next turn, he will also have 6 out of 6. But something that's specific to the Shaman class is Overload, which I just played a card right there that gave me 1 Overload, so this has a little lock on it now. So that means next turn, one of these gems will be locked off. So instead of having 7 out of 7 for my next turn, I'll have 6 out of 7, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I said earlier, in the whole beginning portion of this game, I am just in a really bad spot. He's got so many taunts up, so many more cards up. Like, he's just getting every minion while I've been drawing mostly spells. So at this point, I'm 10 health behind, and he's definitely has advantage here. He's got way more cards on the board. I have to get rid of 3 of his taunts before I can even think about doing anything else. And this card I just played, it has the little lightning symbol on it, which just means at the end of each turn, it does something, or it has some sort of effect. And for that card specifically, I think it's if I remember correctly, at the end of the turn it'll summon a lackey. Yeah, or put a lackey in my hand. Okay. While we're looking here, this card you see has kind of like a dragon sitting on top of it. All that means is that it's a legendary card. I mean, usually legendaries are very strong, but it pretty much is just like a rarity thing, because you have to draw cards out of decks and kind of get lucky to get legendaries. So not all legendaries are created equal. Just because it's legendary doesn't mean it's great, but generally speaking, most of the legendary cards are pretty good. And this card he just played has stealth, which means I can't attack it until it attacks. So it's pretty much hidden to any minions or any attacking thing I have. And he's just wailing on me. I have 9 health, you can see right here, compared to his 30. I haven't even touched him yet at this point in the game. So here I sacrificed my guy to 1, kill a taunt, but also put some cards on the board because of his death rattle. It was the same card I played earlier. And I play the same legendary that he has, which its passive is if I have an overload, which I just played one, a card that gave me overload, it gives a buff to every one of my totems or minions. I don't remember if it was specific. So now I'm just playing a bunch of spells, which is pretty much all I had in my hand, just to try to protect myself so that I could survive. Because if I wouldn't, and I'm lucky I got both of those taunts up, because if not, he could have just attacked me straight ahead. And both of those taunts have 7 health now, and none of his cards can one-shot it, so a little bit of a problem for him. Pretty much I'm just buying time for myself to try to draw some better minions or cards, or at least that's what I'm thinking at this point, is I just need to get minions on the board so I can try to get a leg up. So I don't really know what his thought process was for this turn. He just kind of wasted all his time. He played 1 spell, which gave him a card in his hand, and that was about it. And then just played his hero passive, because why not? So his turn's about to end. And I don't know why he didn't just go and... Here, hold on, let me go back here. I think he might have been able to win. So he played that spell to draw a card. He summoned that taunt. So he used his stealth card to attack one of my taunts, which killed both of them. But he still has these 3 cards to attack with. Okay, never mind. He couldn't have won. He would have had to attack with this card here, which would have killed both of them, but this would have still been alive since it has 7 health and this only has 6 attack. So he would have had to sacrifice 2 minions just to get rid of this. And then he would have only had this card to attack with still. Which only does 3, so I would have still had 6 health. So, okay, never mind. So instead of sacrificing cards, he just ended his turn. Just to see what I would do, I suppose. So this card, as you can read there, it has Battle Cry. Which the Battle Cry is just to deal 2 damage. So I used that to kill that taunt, which Battle Cry just means right when you play a card, it has a little bit of a, it does something, whatever the Battle Cry is for that card. Alright, so the card I just played there gives every one of my minions +1 health and +1 attack. So at this point, I'm thinking, he only has 1 taunt up, he only has 3 cards in his hand, he can't have that many more minions to play, so I have to just get rid of that taunt and just kill him as fast as I can if I have any chance of winning. So right there, I just kill his minion, take the trade with, or kill his taunt and take the trade with one of my minions, it's fine. And okay, looks like I'm just wiping his side of the board since all my cards have more health and will survive. So now, even though I'm still at a huge health deficit in terms of just this board right now, I definitely have the advantage. But again, I only have 9 health, so if he gets a couple of spells that can kill the taunt and then just attack me directly, then it's over. So here he just played a card and then played his hero power. Nothing too special. And at this point, I'm thinking he's just trying to get a bunch of cards on the board to maybe give me something to attack, but none of his cards have taunt, so I don't have to attack them, which you'll see right here. I'm pretty sure this is the turn. I'm blessed with this extra Bloodlust, which Bloodlust, as you can read it there, it gives every minion I have on the board +3 damage. And every card I have in my hand right now is buffing up my minions. So boom, bam, bop. In one turn, I deal 26 damage and somehow pull it out of my ass and win that game. And that's the end of the recording there. So if you don't play Hearthstone or don't know about it, then this might have been the most boring video known to mankind to you. Knowing what I'm doing here, I mean, obviously I shouldn't have won that. I had 9 health for like the majority of the game. I had 9 health and I hadn't even touched him at all, and somehow I pulled it out. So I just wanted to share it because I thought it was just cool to me. But yeah, hey, who knows, maybe you guys will like Hearthstone. I've been thinking about playing it on stream from time to time just because it's a really chill game. I don't really have to pay a whole lot of attention. I can interact with anyone who's in chat pretty frequently. So anyhow, yeah, leave a like, blah blah blah, basic YouTube stuff. See you guys in the next one.